pancakes! Woo! Today's socks. I'm wearing Luli's socks with ventilation sock pattern, and it's an American sock yarn, which is Premier Yarn's Serenity Sock Prints, I think it is. And Adam's wearing my socks that I knitted for him that are the Sockmatician's toe up socks, and it's out of Zitron Trekking XXL. Woohoo! I am loving the ventilation in these socks today. Sometimes my feet get a little bit hot. I've been doing a bit of spinning. You can see how the bobbin's starting to slowly fill up, but I've got another few bits on the table that I need to spin as well. So there we go. Those are the two bobbins together, so you can see how much I need to do to finish all of the yarn. So we're in the conservatory now because there's a bit more light, so you can see the colours more accurately. These are the two squares that I crocheted last night. And this one was from Sharon, but I don't know what the yarn is. But I think that this one is Little French Meadow in one of the Harry Potter colourways. I think that's from Jean. And then I started adding some more to my northeasterly blanket, although I ended up actually ripping back to about there and doing it again because I'd got an uneven number of stitches somehow on either side, so I've ripped that back to make it even, but it's still growing, even though I probably could have done quite a bit more last night if I'd have actually not had to rip back. But that's coming on nicely. I really like how I'm using up the rest of the yarn that I started on the little squares, and I'm using every little scrap. So I'm going to start opening my advent calendars now. So I'm going to start with Sharon's, and we're on the 9th today, so... Oh wow, look at those bright colours. That's really lovely. There's some neon yellows and pinks and blues in there. Gorgeous. Thank you, Sharon. Let's put it so you can see it on camera. And I've got my day 9 from Jean. And that's a lovely sort of purples and blues. That's gorgeous. Thank you, Jean. And I've got one more to open from Donna. Oh, that's lovely. Some yellows and corals there. So I've been using these smaller ones to start with to do my little Battenberg squares, and then I'm using the rest on my northeasterly. So this, thank you, Donna, that's lovely. And then I think I've been sort of saving the larger ones until I can find a sort of more a project where it's not quite so scrappy, because 20 grams and 10 grams is quite a lot. So I'll have to decide what other scrappy blanket or project to start. We shouldn't say scrappy, they're beautiful bits, blankets and projects. Who's outside doing the gardening? I'm staying inside to do some craft. Hello! I'm going to do some sewing, and I've got my Cashmerette Concord t-shirt on, and I thought I'd make another one of these, but in this blue fabric, which is a stripe. So I'm going to... It's already been washed, the fabric, so I'm going to cut it out and get on with some sewing. So I shall show you a little bit along the way. I laid out my pieces and made sure that they'd all fit, but I decided there was a load more room. So I've just folded part of it over so that I can cut the body pieces out, so I can be really frugal with my fabric. So I'm going to cut these out and then move the fabric around so I can cut the other pieces. I am really making sure I'm using every single centimetre of fabric. This is the neckband. The good thing about stripy fabric is you can use it so you know which way your grain line is and line it up with it. I just need to cut 2 more of these. I'm going to see if I can get them out of these scrappy bits here. I've still got all this left after I've cut all the pieces out now. I'm wondering whether I can get a short sleeve version out. I bought 3 meters of this fabric from Fabrics Galore and I made a cocoa dress out of it already, and now I've cut out a Cashmerette Concord, so who knows what else I'll be able to get out of that. I'm going to use my pink friction pen to mark the notches on this pattern, and then that'll come off when I iron it later. I've now marked all the notches and it's time to sew. So the front of a sleeve has always got 1 notch and the back of the sleeve has always got 2 notches, and I find that tip a really good thing to remember so that you never get your sleeve in the wrong way. It. There we go. Well, more or less, I just need to add some buttons just to the outside there, but I haven't picked them out yet. So they've got these little tabs on. The tab is actually sewn onto the inside. I just need to sew a button onto the top. So there we go. I think this is a little bit more snug than the last one I made, just because of the fabric really, but I think that should be alright. I just need to lay off the mince pies at Christmas. So I'll see you tomorrow for day 10 of Vlogmas. Bye!